If you've ever watched BFDI before, then you're probably familiar with Puffball. For people who don't know, Puffball, the one that people cheekily call Puffy, even though she hates that.
Don't call me Puffy, but I'm not going to slap you, cause I'm nice.
Is a floating pink fluffball with a sparkly colour-shifting body and a brilliantly odd, vocoded voice. So imagine my shock when I saw a suspiciously similar character appear in a new Bimo video. Bimo has been caught red-handed in the act with his pants down, metaphorically speaking, anyway. But is this actual plagiarism, or is the Bimo creator just heavily inspired? Why would people even copy BFDI anyway? Did they think that a new character would lead to an increase in views? And, well, did it? Well, a recent Bimo video did go viral, but we'll come to that one in a bit. And before we answer any of those questions, please remember to smash that subscribe button to support the channel. Right, Bimo versus BFDI, let's go! Bimo, Bimo, come and play. I'll knock out your teeth today. Bimo, Bimo, let's go 3 rounds. When I punch you, what a sound. Firstly, it looks like the BFDI creator is actively trying to avoid accusations of plagiarism. The first video in which Puffy appeared, Puffy wasn't actually referred to as Puffy. Instead, they were referred to as Puff Lee. Hilariously, even this attempt to avoid copying the BFDI character was a complete failure. In the very first line in which Puff Lee introduces herself, she refers to herself as, you guessed it, Puffy. This happens again later in the video.
How could fun be quiet? I don't understand.
It's simple, Puffy.
The Bimo creator completely gave up on even pretending that Puff Lee was a different character to BFDI Puffy in the next video, which is literally called Bimo Saves Puffy, Operation Save Puffy. Given that we've established that the name is indeed a direct copy, we now need to look at the visual similarities. Obviously, both of these characters are pink fluffy clouds. The real difference is that Puffy from Bimo is an AI copy of Puffball from BFDI, hence the big anime eyes and the uncanny synthetic artificial intelligence gleam to the character. Conversely, Puffball actually has some heart, actually has some soul. You can tell that a human actually thought up this character rather than it being birthed through prompt. Furthermore, because of the AI inconsistencies within the Bimoverse, Puffball actually changes her appearance, not only from video to video, but within videos themselves. The size changes, the eye shape changes, the location of the star changes. Honestly, there's just so much damn inconsistency. I mean, look, a ditto version of Puffy. How sadly fascinating. Please hype this video to get it into the hype charts, to expose this yellow yob and tear his world apart. Thank you so much for hyping, and F you, Bimo. So, the name is the same, and the visual design is as similar as they could get away with. Now, what about Puffy from Bimo's personality? Regarding BFDI Puffball, her best quality is how calm and bubbly she stays when everything around her is going off the rails. She's quick on the uptake and can whip up a plan on the spot, which makes her feel properly competent rather than just being lucky. And I ain't talking about my cat. And because she can fly and even change her size, she often ends up being the practical problem solver in challenges. Even if, admittedly, she can, yes, be a bit full of herself, there are still moments where she clearly cares about her teammates and jumps in to help them out. The same can not be said for Puffy from Bimo. In her first appearance, Puffy from Bimo is simply an empty shell. She says almost nothing, and does almost nothing, apart from bizarrely kidnapping Bimo and his friends while they're at kindergarten and transporting them into the sky.
Yahoo! This is the best day ever! Let's have
Just a classic Bimo episode, that. And it gets even weirder in the second episode, where Puffy gets incredibly depressed. So depressed, in fact, that Bimo and his loser friends have to rescue her from a state of despair. Rescue wed quarters? Wed quarters? Oh, I love how dumb you are, AI animation. Please, never change. Bimo and his friends try various methods to cheer up Puffy, eventually settling on the most bizarre method you'll ever hear of. They try to wake the giggle.
Mission 3, make the giggle.
Bimo rolls, Bimo spins, smiles and laughs and always wins with a bouncing tiny feet.
Oh God, and I thought Bimo couldn't get any uglier. Bimo eventually does manage to cheer up Puffy, and she returns the favour by giving Bimo some of her puffy magic. Whatever the hell that is.
Here is some of my happy puffy magic. Puff, puff, puff.
So, personality-wise, Puffy from Bimo has a sugary sweet voice and has magic. Other than that though, she doesn't really have a personality. I would therefore say, to be quite honest, the personality is not plagiarize. Probably because Puffball from BFDI wouldn't be appropriate for a very young kid show like Bimo. Furthermore, the writer behind Bimo likely doesn't have the quality to write a character as well as BFDI Puffball. Despite this, it appears that Bimo has copied Puffball's design and Puffball's name. The question is, why? Well, in general, a channel like Bimo that's losing momentum and relevancy might copy a recognisable character's name and look to siphon off existing fans and, indeed, search traffic. It's admittedly a cheap shortcut because building an original design, voice and lore takes real graft, whereas borrowing someone else's homework gets you that instant familiarity. The trouble is, it makes the creator look lazy and a bit desperate, and audiences clock that sort of thing pretty damn quickly. Copying characters also poisons trust because once viewers think you're nicking ideas, everything else makes you feel suspect. And Bimo fans, or more accurately, BFDI fans, were incredibly suspicious. In fact, they were totally enraged by Bimo's decision to copy one of their favourite characters. As this fan said, Puffball ripoff. Don't call me Puffy, Puffball from BFDI. What did they do to Puffball? Like BFDI Puffball, ignore Puffy from Bimo. The Temu version of Puffball from BFDI is back. Oh Bimo, you are such a wonderful friend. Helping Puffy find her glow again with a cozy nap and kindness is exactly what we do on the Isle of Creativity. You have such a big heart. Sending you both a giant musical hug. Rainbow emoji, star emoji, Molly. Okay, sorry, ignore that last one. Molly is clearly a Bimo clone. Seriously though, regarding the Puffball copying its situation, maybe the rage bait was the point. You get fans angry because a click in anger is still a click, and a hate comment is still a comment, and therefore still engagement. So, did the rage bait work? Did views spike? Well, no, not for this video anyway. Bimo Saves Puffy, Operation Save Puffy, achieved just 8,000 views, whereas Bimo and the Magical Puffly Day didn't even crack 5,000. But, as I mentioned at the start of my video, Bimo has had a viral hit recently. I think we need to explore how the hell such a lazy channel is hitting almost 100k on a recent upload. I mean, how the hell is that possible?
Whoa, this shiny thing is definitely not a rock. It looks special.
Wow, it's warm! I've never touched a warm egg rock before.
And it's shaking like a baby bird.
Whoa!
Well, at least we now know how this video got so many views. It was simply a completely random fluke, an algorithmic freak, which Bimo didn't deserve. Because this video is the same old Bimo garbage. Bimo also changed their animation style, yes, again, in a video called Bimo in the Winter Wonderland, churning back to their ill-fated 3D experiments. Only this time, they gave Bimo a nose.
It's time for an icy race.
Bimo rolls, Bimo spins, smiles and laughs and always wins with a bouncing tiny feet. Bimo makes the world so sweet.
Whatever bloody Bimo video you watch, no matter the animation, no matter the amount of views, no matter the level of plagiarism, you always hear that bloody song. Bimo lies, Bimo cheats, even had a viral freak, which he so didn't deserve. He copied Puffball, what enough. Bimo, ho, Bimo, come and play. I'll knock out your teeth today. Bimo, Bimo, let's go 3 rounds. When I punch you, what a sound. So, can we say with certainty now that Bimo is a plagiarist? Let's review. When it looks like Puffball, sparkles like Puffball, and then calls itself Puffy by accident anyway, it's looking a lot less inspiration and a lot more like a nick. Bimo tried the paper-thin disguise with Puffly, then dropped it the moment they realised subtlety wasn't going to be doing the heavy lifting. Between the AI wobble, the personality vacuum, and the constant design roulette, it comes off like a bootleg you buy off a bloke in a car park. And the funniest bit is that even with all that borrowed sparkle, the views didn't even suddenly balloon. Unless you count that one viral fluke the algorithm basically sneezed out. So if you're a BFDI fan, don't give this rage bait any more oxygen than it deserves. Instead, put your support behind the creators who actually did the hard graft. As for Bimo, stop nicking other people's homework, mate. Because right now, your Puffy has all the charm of a damp, squishy, trodden on marshmallow. Thank you so much to my channel members for all of your incredible support. You guys allow me and Lucky to keep exposing AI abominations like Bimo, and we can't appreciate it any more. If you want to join the Snipe Army yourself, why not click that join button below. Thank you to everyone for watching, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Snipe, snap, out.